Hello viewers, today we talk about what is Bitcoin and how it works. So if you are interested that watch the video without skipping. Bitcoin is a digital currency which operates free and any central control or the oversight of banks and governments instead of relies peer-to-peer software and cryptography. A public ledger records all Bitcoin transactions and copies are held on several around the world. Anyone with supercomputer can set up one of these servers, known as a node. Coins are rich. Cryptography across these nodes rather than relying on a central source of trust and like a bank. Every transaction is a publicly broadcast to the network and shared from the node to node. Every 10 minutes or so these transactions are collected together by miner called a bank of dedicated added permanently to the blockchain. This is infinitely account of book of Bitcoin. In much the same way you would dip traditional coins in a physical wallet, virtual currencies are held in digital wallets and can be accessed from your client software or a range of online and hardware tools. Bitcoins can currently be subdivided by 7 decimal places. 1,000 of Bitcoin is known as a milli and 100 million on a Bitcoin is known as Satoshi. In truth, there is so much things as Bitcoin or a wallet, just agreement among the network about ownership of a coin. A private key is used to prove ownership of fund of the network, then making a transaction. A person would simply memorize their private key and need nothing else to relate or spend their virtual cash, a concept which is known as brain vault. Bitcoin can be converted to cash. Bitcoin can be exchanged for cash just like any assist. There are numerous cryptocurrencies exchanged online where people can do this, but transaction can also be carried out in person or over any communication platform, allowing even small business to access Bitcoin. There is no official mechanism but built into Bitcoin to convert to another currencies. Nothing inherently valuable and difference the Bitcoin network, but this is true for many of the world's most stable nation currencies since leaving the gold standard, such as US dollar and UK pounds. What is the purpose of Bitcoin? Bitcoin was created as the way of people to send money over the internet. The digital currency was intended to provide an alternative payment system that would operate free of central control but otherwise be used just like traditional currencies. Are Bitcoin safe? The cryptography behind Bitcoin based on the SHA-256 algorithm designed by US National Security Agency. Cracking this is for all intent and purpose impossible as there are more possible private keys that would have to be tested. Then there are many atoms in their universe estimated to be somewhere between 1078 to 1082. There have been several high-profile cases of Bitcoin exchange being hacked and funds being stolen, but this service invariably stored by digital currency on behalf of customer. What has hacked in this case was the website and not the Bitcoin network. In theory, if an actor would control more than half and all the Bitcoin nodes extensions, then they would create a consensus that they owned all Bitcoin and am that into all blockchain, but as a number of nodes grows, this becomes less practical. A realistic problem is that Bitcoin operates without any central authority. Because of this, anyone making an error without a transaction on their wallet has no recourse. If you accidentally send bitcoins to the wrong person or lose your password, there is nobody to turn to. Of course, the individual arrival of practical quantum computing could break it all. Much cryptography relies on mathematical calculations that are extremely hard for current computer to do. But quantum computers work very differently and may be able to execute them in fraction of a second. What is Bitcoin mining? Mining is the process that maintains the Bitcoin network and also how new coins are brought into extension. All transactions are publicly broadcast on the network and miners bundle large collection of transactions together into blocks by completing a cryptographic calculation that are extremely hard to generate but very easy to verify. The first miner to solve that next block broadcast it to the network and if proven correct is added to the blockchain. The miner is then rewarded with an amount of newly created Bitcoin. Inherent the blockchain software has hard limit of over 21 million coins. There will be never more than that is extension. The total number of coins will be the calculation by 2140. Roughly every 4 years the software makes it twice as hard to mine Bitcoin by reducing the size of the rewards. When Bitcoin was the first to launch it as possible almost instantly mine a coin using even a basic computer. Now it requires rooms full of power in equipment, often high-end graphics cards that are adapted to crunching through the calculation, which when combined a volatility Bitcoin price can something make mining more expensive than it is worth. Miner also chose which transaction to bundle into a block, so fees are varying amount they are added by the sender as an incentive. Once coins have been mined, these fees will continue as an incentive of mining to continue. This is needed as a provider's share of Bitcoin network.